Hey guys, good morning. Sun is shining and I have something really cool for you. How to create that squelching sound you can hear in Psytrance. And I wanted to do something really simple, something that beginners can follow very easily. And it should sound something like this. All right, so let's start with the default preset in Pigments and go from there. So for this sound, we're going to do FM synthesis in Pigments. It means that we have two oscillators. One of them is our main oscillator. The other one is modulating it, frequency modulation. So let's start with going to Engine 2. Engine 2 is going to be our modulator. This is going to be an oscillator that doesn't produce its own sound. And to get started, I'm going to select the wavetable and keep it at the default, which is a sine wave. Next, let's go to engine number 1. And here we're going to set this to a sawtooth. And I'm going into this position, and we can play with this later, and we can replace the wavetable with something else once we get the basic sound. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to set the modulator right here to engine 2. So let's have a quick listen, see what we've got so far. Nothing, right? It's just the same old sawtooth. But let's start modulating, and you have two good choices in Pigments. Either go with the frequency modulation or ring modulation, or the phase modulation. Now, most of the synthesizers out there, when we're talking about frequency modulation, we're actually doing phase modulation. You can do that as well here. So let's have a listen and start pushing this. So we'll go halfway somewhere here, and we're going to adjust as we go. But now I'm going to just tune this modulator down. And let's start slow and see where we get that little kind of hint of the sound that we're looking for. It can be minus 40, even lower than that. But right now I'm playing like a C3. Let's go down to C1. And we get that squelching sound out of the box. Next we need bandpass filter. So I'm going to click the title here and select bandpass 24. And let's just tune that to where we feel that it sounds best. Right, somewhere in the middle. And I'm going to get some drive. Let's get the resonance up. Let's play. So now let's randomize the cutoff. So I'm going to click the plus right here, and we're going to select random 1. Now this is way too much, so be gentle about this, and we can use the smoothing. Let's add some effects. I'm going into the effects chain here and going to select FX1. Now in Pigment 6, they just removed all the default effects. So I'm going to go with a distortion, and we'll just have a listen and see what works. Can select something else. And I want to add a little bit of panning here. So I'm going to click this again and get the panner, but not too much. Set the rate to straight. And now in FXB, we're going to add delay and reverb. So this is it. This is the basic sound. And from here, you can start working and tweaking the sound. Going back to the synth, you can definitely replace the basic waveform wavetable. You can select something like FM, this one. And that is it. That's a very basic method for creating that squelching sound. And you can experiment with many things here with the randomization, with the filters, with the different wavetables, and even the position of the wavetables. So there's a lot to go and experiment with. See you guys soon.